But y'all can come back Thursday night. We're going to do part 2 of this discussion. There's lots and lots to be said, but we're going to go to the final topic of the night, which is turning points. Lord, where to begin, Gray?
To be
Where should we
continued.
start? So we had a very interesting experience at Turning Point, and Patriotic did too. Um, Gray, go ahead and you can tell from your point what the experience was like.
I mean, I was a Democrat and I went there. I felt like it just felt like country club type young kids, corporate capitalism. For me, it wasn't like this crazy, thing. I actually was surprised. I thought I would actually be more uncomfortable, but it was. I kind of felt old. There was a lot of young people, but I think it was for the students.
Well, that's not the whole thing. What happened? The whole thing that happened is, I don't know. Alma, you said they were very friendly to you. We didn't get that vibe, and we got it on camera. We asked for interviews. We were turned down. We turned around. The next person would be giving interviews. We also saw Myron Gaines there. You know, they had the Israel flag, which was cool with me. I didn't have a problem with that. But I saw Myron Gaines, and he was paid to be there. And he's the biggest anti-Semitic that I personally have seen out there next to Nick Fuentes. It's like bringing Nick Fuentes there. And so I thought that was strange. That was the first thing. And then Patriotic Baddie had an incident. Patriotic, do you mind if I play the clip of what happened and then you can talk about it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Or no,
Uh,
absolutely.
oh, you don't. I mean, you don't want me to play it. I don't. I'll play it. Won't play it
All
if
right.
you don't want me to.
If I say no, I don't mind. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. Sorry.
Mhm.
Okay. So let's. I'm gonna set it up. Patriotic. Can you give backstory before I play it of what happened?
Which clip is this?
I'm gonna start with the guy that got arrested.
Okay, so the backstory, it's kind of a long backstory, but the day before we were both kind of frustrated. When we first met, we were just talking about how frustrated we were that Charlie Kirk didn't let us ask political questions. And then he kind of like lied about what his question was so he can ask him a question about Israel, and they kind of got into it. And then the next day we like see each other again, and we were just talking about Israel and how the first thing you see when you walk into the venue was Israeli flags. So I go up there to record it. Mind you, I'm not thinking that he's going to say anything to the vendor. I was just showing that the first thing you see was a bunch of Israeli flags, and that it was kind of weird to me. But then he says something to the vendor like, "Why is it the first thing I see Israeli flags?" And then it just went downhill from there. He's like, "Why are we funding them with all the kids dying in Gaza? Like, why am I anti-Semitic for caring about kids in Gaza? Like." And he was just going down like rabbit hole of why we shouldn't be supporting Israel and Zionism, and he ended up getting arrested because he refused to leave because he said he paid $500. And I was recording the whole thing, but I didn't say anything throughout the whole debate because I didn't want, I never planned on.
Wait, pause, Patriotic. Don't tell that part because we're gonna get to what happened to you. I'm gonna play the clip of him getting arrested now.
Asking questions, folks. Just asking questions. I asked Tucker Carlson a question last night. People seem to like it. I got job opportunities after it. Yep, off we go. Have a good one.
Patriotic, where's the other one? The lead up. Oh, right here. This is the lead up. Hold on.
Yeah.
There was a Christian town that just got burned out, Tobiah. A Christian town in Gaza. And settlers burned it out like a hellfire. And you push them out. You've heard of it. Yeah. And you're okay with that. That's not Syria. That's Gaza. You burned a Christian town, and not to mention, Syria has been persecuting Christians. They've they've beheaded them for not denouncing their faith. If I brought my mother into Jerusalem and she was wearing an idol cross like this, I have seen your people spit on me and hit them.
Jesus.
Young men and older men assault women. If I ever saw my mother assaulted the way that I've been assaulted by Zionists, the Israelis, because I don't conflate them with Jewish people. I don't acknowledge the
All right. So it's a lot longer, but you were just witnessing that, and then what happened after he gets arrested?
After he gets arrested, like 20, like, we kind of went our separate ways after that. There were two other guys that we were kind of like talking about it with, like, damn, that's crazy. And then like we all went our separate ways, all three of us. And I met Never Woke and other like influencers, and literally it was like 30 minutes later, like the whole thing was done, and then security came up to me and was like, "Can you walk with me?" And I was like, "What did I do?" And then he just kept saying, walk with me this way. I should have just stayed there until he told me what was going on, instead of him getting me in a corner where nobody was around, because he said that I was involved. Oh, before that actually happens, it's actually funny. A police officer came up to me, the same one from last night. She was a fan of my work, and we were talking about what happened. And I even told a police officer, I was like, damn, like I did wish I told him to calm down. But at the same time, I just met him, so I can't like control a grown man and try to tell a grown man to calm down. I just met him. And she was saying, oh, you're good, it's not your fault. And then it's like 20 minutes later, she's forced to like help escort me off the premises. So that was crazy. But yeah, they didn't tell me any reason why I had to leave or what I did to be involved. I was like, are you gonna like kick out everybody that witnessed it? And apparently they did, because after they kicked me out, they kicked out 2 other guys that were just
Did they let you back in?
No.
Even after people were trying to help you in, they wouldn't let you
Yeah.
back?
After
So,
try to reach out, they never let me back in.
I talked to Jimmy. Jimmy says the reason why they didn't let you back in, to be clear, patriotic, is because he said, Jimmy's someone in Blexit, by the way. He said the reason why, because I went and did a live after you got off Patriot, and I was upset because I'm like, I don't like the way, because I was watching your live that day. He said the reason why is because they have a zero tolerance policy for fights or anything, and they're concerned that if anything pops off, they'll lose the venue. So they like to try to avoid those things by kicking people out. But I don't understand why they would kick you out for simply being a witness.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why he was kicked out, but it's like, and another problem I have with that is, it's not like she like asked him to stop talking to her, or she walked away from the conversation and he kept going. Like, she like kept defending Israel, and they were going back and forth. Yeah, he was getting heated, but it's like, I don't know. It's like, if you advertise as a free speech event, how can you get mad when people have questions? You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, they kicked all 4 of us out, and like we weren't even involved in a conversation, so that just seemed ridiculous to me.
Okay, Alma, tell me we're wrong. Tell me how welcoming it is. Tell me how Charlie Kirk. Oh, mind you, the thing that bothered me about Charlie Kirk, y'all might think it's okay, because I'll be honest, I'm on the right. I voted for Trump, but the moment I walked in, he said something very appalling to me, and I was offended. He said the only way he'll debate anybody is if it's a big booty Latina that's a 9 or a 10. Did you? I don't know if y'all heard that. I don't know if y'all were there Friday, and I'm like, what the hell? I was just like, what the hell did I walk into? Because like the thing is this. I'm not mad. If he was a comedian up there, I wouldn't be offended because I'm not that sensitive. But Charlie Kirk, let's save the jokes for the comedians because you're not funny. And I don't understand why he didn't want to debate nobody. That was weird to me. It's almost like he knew, I'm going to be real with you. He knew Destiny was in the building and he was scared about getting called out by real debaters. And I'm not saying he can't debate, but to me, Charlie Kirk's not that bright. I'm sorry. I know y'all probably like him, but he's not the brightest to me. But go ahead, Alma. Tell me how we wrong. Just tell me how we wrong.
Well, it's not my place to tell you your experiences did not happen. So I can speak to that. So I can't say that you were wrong. That's not my place. I can only talk about my experience. And for me, I was one of the first things I did was to identify people that I follow on social media. And once I found those people, I felt like I had found my tribe, because all these people were from all walks of life, and it appeared to me as if we knew each other, even though we had never met, most of us. Some people came to me and gave me a hug, and I was like, wow, I mean, we've never talked before, but it looked like we had this sense of camaraderie, and I enjoyed that a lot. People invited me. One of the people who was really, really nice to me was Tiffany Cianci, and she just reached out to me. I heard from somebody else that she was looking for me, so I thought, wow, she was actually looking out for me. So that was kind of cool. And my general experience was positive. I did not witness any of the brouhaha regarding the guy, and I did see him getting arrested outside when he was taken to the police cars. That's the only part that I witnessed. But outside of that, I had a pretty positive experience. And I know that with large events like these, there are things that can happen. You can't control everything that goes on in there, and so it is possible that certain decisions were made that may have impacted some of you in a negative way. And in general, I didn't see a negative vibe. I felt like it was a place where I felt comfortable and welcomed and respected. So that's my opinion.
Yeah, so let me be clear. After we left the event, I ditched Gray, the Democrat. I went and found my crew that I've made through this. So I did have positive energy from the conservatives I knew outside of Turning Point. But when we were in there, I can tell you, and Gray, you were supposed to break up the videos. We just didn't get it in time.
I
I
did.
can tell you, you did?
Yeah, but which one do you want?
You got clips?
Yeah, which one do you want?
Okay, well, y'all, we got the clips. The clips gonna speak for themselves. Enzo watched the live stream. Y'all can go back. It's member only now. Go ahead, kick it off. Play
Oh, I got
whatever you think should be played.
Just keep going, but I'll find it. Go to somebody else.
Okay, so I mean, the nicest person I met that I spoke to inside the actual building of Turning Point was freaking Myron Gaines. He was like the nicest. So something's off if the nicest person I meet is Myron Gaines. I'm sorry, it is
You
what it
didn't
is.
come
He was
looking
very
for me.
nice.
You should have
Huh?
come looking for me. I would have been the second
Right. You
nicest
know what I think
person.
I should have Alma, I should have came. Are you gonna go to Amfest
I'm
in
hoping to.
December?
Mhm.
Okay, well, I'm hoping to be like, like sponsored because I'm gonna maybe work with Blexit. So if that happens, I'll be there. We can hang out. And I think the mistake I made, I should have went Saturday because Saturday the vibe looked nicer. Other than what happened to Patriotic Baddie, the vibe looks nice. But then when that happened to Patriotic Baddie, I felt away because I'm like, why did y'all kick this girl out? She wasn't bothering nobody. Like it really bothered me. And to me, I don't know. Like I understand that we can't make everything about, certain things when it comes to race and things like that, but I don't like that they did that to her. I'm sorry, I just
Could
don't.
it,
I don't. I don't think that
patriotic,
was right.
could it be that because you were filming, they thought this was kind of a stunt or something like that that you were in on? Could that be a
I don't
reason?
know because they saw me. I feel like I was recording way before that happened. Like I was recording all of the vendors. You know what I mean? And it's like even when the guy came up to me, like I was still recording the whole time. So it's not like I just put the phone down after he got arrested and was like, "Well, I got my video." Like I was still live streaming the whole time. I don't know what they thought, honestly. I mean, when the lady came up to me, she was like, "Oh, I like your outfit." That's why I feel kind of bad that down the way they did. But like, I did not plan for that at all.
Hmm.
I mean, he was taking it. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I don't think that was the time or the place for bro to be asking those questions. I would not have done that. And again, I didn't have a problem. I'm going to be clear. I didn't have a problem seeing the Israel flags. I already knew the event we were going to. I know Charlie Kirk is a Zionist, and that's his position and his base and everything. I knew what I was going to, but that didn't bother me. What bothered me is we would ask people for interviews, and Gray's going to play. Oh, how about
Yeah.
this? We asked Blexit for an interview, and Blexit would not give us an interview. All we're asking, we want to know about Blexit because we have a primarily Black podcast. So Blexit goes in line with it. And we have primarily conservatives here. So we were honestly trying to platform what Blexit was. And they were like acting like we were there to cause problems. It was the weirdest thing ever.
Well, I'm gonna play the clip with that from the guy we did get from Blexit. The young man.
Okay.
I think he went to Michigan. Well, but you can see what he talked about.
Okay, so hi, we are with Blexit, and I am part of Blexit student movement. So I work with colleges. I'm a college representative for the state of Michigan.
Oh, wow.
So I travel to different universities and colleges, mostly HBCUs. And the idea is to empower different minorities and conservative values. So school choice, freedom of speech.
I had a question.
Yeah.
Where have you guys been to Florida A&M yet? Have you been to Florida A&M yet? Do you guys, are you on
I
their
personally
campus?
haven't.
Okay. Well, I asked because there was a young lady that went viral last year because she was trying to start a young Republican group, and she was saying she was having. This is not a gotcha moment, though. I'm just trying to ask.
Sure.
And she was saying she was having a hard time finding a student leader. So where I'm going with this is, do you guys see that a problem on a lot of campuses that there is an issue finding
Like
teacher leaders, a faculty leader?
well, they just had, I know Turning Point did the educator summit, the teachers portion of that. I'm not
Nice.
much about that.
Okay.
Teacher. But we do different states. We have representatives in every state, or almost every state.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so basically providing resources to different communities.
Okay. So, what is your guys' plan for the next year as far as getting the word out there? Just going to campuses.
For me, that's my goal because I'm in the college group. For others, we have
Okay.
group, and then we have Lexit in general. My idea is kind of signing more people up and kind of promoting conservative values and stuff like that,
Okay.
and free thinking, stuff like that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay. So hi, we are.
So yeah, I went up to them. Nora was nervous the whole time, so I had to be the social butterfly. So I mean, like in sales, you gotta like know how to talk to people and like have a personality. Like I was very chill. Of course, I didn't tell people my political views because it would have went sour. So one of the guys sitting there, he had an attitude problem. The guy that was kind of over it, but that guy was kind of cool. It was a girl that was there, was kind of cool. But some of the people were, difficult. But you just have to use your sales tactics sometimes when you're working.
Can I say something in particular about the Brexit people there? The encounter that I had with them was one of them, or one or a couple of them, approached me, and they had an event on Sunday, so they gave me a flyer and they invited me to come to that event on Sunday. I had other arrangements, so I wasn't able to go, but they walked out and reached out to me in the crowd and said, "Hey, you got to come join us." So I had, at least the very brief interaction I had with some of their representatives was positive as well.
Patriotic, did you end up going to the event on Sunday?
Yeah, that's the funny thing. I thought that since I was kicked out of Turning Point, I might not be able to go anymore. But they like personally invited me to go. And then Topher also messaged me telling me to come to the Brexit thing. So when I went there, they were pretty nice. I feel like it was more like my style. It was like a concert at some points, and then there was like a bunch of speakers, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, I saw your video. I heard you got kicked out. That's messed up. That's messed up." So a lot of people were like taking pictures with me and saying like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and stuff like that. And then one of the people from Brexit actually offered to refund me my ticket.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so they tried to make it right.
Yeah. But it's like Turning Point is the one that needs to explain, because they explained to the two boys that they kicked out, like they gave them an explanation, but they didn't say anything to me.
Okay. Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, man, it was just really upsetting because I had interviews lined up with people like downstairs that I was supposed to like talk to after that. I had like a lot of like plans that day, and it kind of just ruined everything. You know what I mean? I definitely didn't plan on spending my weekend like that. And it just sucked, because my whole timeline, like on Facebook and Instagram, was all Turning Point, and like to like be a part of that and meet so many content creators. Like I took so many pictures with content creators I've been watching for like years, and yeah, just for it to end like that, it's like it really sucks. But I do want to say one of the reasons why I feel like the guy was so upset, I feel like it was because of Charlie Kirk and the way he like didn't let us ask him political questions. That's kind of where the frustration started, because we were waiting in line for hours the day before to talk to him, and then they were putting people in front of him just to ask stupid questions like, do you prefer pancakes or waffles? What's your favorite?
Yes. And a woman asked him that. Yo, can we talk about how weird that was? I'm sorry, y'all. Listen, we gonna get you in trouble. You might turn off your camera. But listen, I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't understand why a single woman was asking a married man, "Do you like pancakes and waffles?" Why was that appropriate?
That made me so mad. I was like, because here's the thing, these questions were like pre-approved. So like these are the questions that they were putting them in the front of the line for. And I just thought it was ridiculous. I honestly felt like Charlie Kirk didn't want to talk, like he was scared that we were going to ask him about Epstein or Israel. And
Gaza.
the guy that got arrested, he was saying how Charlie Kirk only likes to debate like woke idiots. That women.
That's what I was saying, patriotic. I feel he got wind that somebody like a Myron Gaines, somebody was there. Well, obviously he knew he was there, but Myron will behave himself. He's about his coins. But somebody was there and he was worried about what was going to be asked, because again, I stand on he's not that smart. I'm sorry, he didn't go to college. Like, and I'm not saying college is everything, but sometimes when it comes to debating, it is. He's not that bright.
Yeah, I just feel like it's easy to look smart when you debate the same type of people. But he said he didn't want to debate other conservatives, and I'm like, that's what needs to happen. Like, that's literally.
I think the way I look at it is, there's a time and a season for everything, and I believe this particular summit is for kids or younger
True.
people, and so I know that some of the speakers kind of started delving into things that maybe I would have thought were not appropriate for younger, 15, 16-year-olds.
Like what? Like Israel? They should be talking about that, because if we go to World War III, they're going to have to put that uniform on in
That's
2
true.
or 3 years. So
That's true.
it's appropriate.
That's true. I mean, I think the hope was, and if you looked at the debate that he had, he tried very much to make sure it was cordial, that they weren't like attacking each other and so on. And I think he was trying to be sensitive to the younger people in the audience who were there with their parents and things
Like
like
he
that.
can talk about big booty Latinas. You think
I don't
if
know
my
about
daughter
that
was there, I
one.
would have been disgusted.
I
would have been
absolutely
disgusted.
don't know about that one, and I don't think I approve of that.
Patriotic, were you in the room when he said that? Because you had to be when you heard the pancake waffle thing.
I thought that was what's it called? I thought that was like a guest that said that, or like somebody.
No, he said that. Great, you heard it.
He said the big booty Latinas. I did hear people ask him like stupid questions, like because they were making it like it was like a DJ frat party. But if you're watching right now, hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell to know when we go live.
I don't know. I'm glad I didn't bring my 12-year-old or 11-year-old, because I would not want her to hear about no big booty Latinas. I felt like that was highly inappropriate.
I want to show this guy though, because I love this guy outfit when I was there. And somebody, Bawana asked in the comments, was it what we were dressed like?
Can you zoom in? Like, you should be able to zoom on your screen. Like, can you make it closer? Like, you should be able to like zoom it, because it's hard to see.
Pretty neat.
Y'all can't see that, huh?
They're in Maryland.
No,
Okay, well, forget it.
I can play it. I have the clip pulled up. Let me share the screen, because I was wondering where you posted them, so I pulled it up. You want the guy in the outfit?
Yeah.
Okay. So hi, we are with Blexit, and I am part of
No,
Blexit
that's
Student.
not it. Hold on. Wait.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I mean, would you label him as such, Kamal, in your opinion?
What, anti-Semitic?
Yes.
I don't need.
I don't know. You could play it. It's not doing it.
Just go ahead. Just go ahead.
There were some interesting costumes.
Yeah.
I thought it was. I mean, it was fun to see people express themselves in their patriotic colors and so on. On the last day, I decided to wear some African-inspired clothing as well, so I could bring that flavor into the event. And so, I liked the personality that people came with and kind of showed the fun. It doesn't have to be all serious, I think.
And thank you for tagging us with all those people. And like 2 or 3 of those people we've had on this show. So we really appreciate it.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah. Nora?
Well, we can do closing thoughts. Patriotic, as it was your first time here, thank you so much. Let us know your closing thoughts and what you thought of the new party.
Yeah, definitely a nice interview. I like the different types of questions. My closing thoughts, yeah, man, I just don't know what's going on with Jeffrey Epstein. It's making me question. Right now, I'm just questioning everything. I'm just questioning who I'm supporting. I'm just questioning like where I stand politically. That's why I wanted to like just take a break and decide where I'm gonna go from now. So there's a lot of weird stuff going on. So I'm just curious to see what's going on. And yeah, I'm just in limbo right now, trying to figure out what I even want my platform to be after this. That's how I feel.
I know how you feel, girl. I'm politically homeless, honey.
Exactly.
So I can understand. I can relate. All right, ladies first. Skeptic, what's your closing thoughts?
I say release the Epstein files. Let us see the lists because I need to see who's on the list. And let me tell you, if there are Democrats on the list, I say all of them go to jail. I don't care, Republican, Democrat, they should all go to jail. Like if you are associated with this man, I think we should look into you and we should question you, especially if you're in politics, because these men are disgusting. So I say release the Epstein files and let his girlfriend Glenn Maxwell let her speak. Come on, Congress. Come on, Republicans, vote. Let her speak. I need to hear what she has to say because girls, we know how to spill the beans. So I do want to hear what she has to say. She was obviously a part of it, but I feel like she's ready to out some people. So if she comes up unalived here soon, you guys know what happened. And like I always say, don't let anyone trample on your constitutional rights.
And Alma, thank you so much for coming. You got to go to the man cave. Now you got to come to the new party. We're a little bit more serious over here. So, what's your closing thoughts? And thank you again for coming and giving your perspective. I really appreciate you coming, Alma.
Thank you for having me. My closing thoughts here is I always like to think about what is your goal? Whatever conversation you're entering, whatever platform you're on, you should ask yourself, what is your goal? What are you trying to achieve? In my case, I believe, as my handle says, willful positivity. I feel like I have a responsibility not only to bask in the light of this world, but also to be a bringer of light. So I try to bring positivity into every collaboration that I have. So my message to the world is find your light and make sure you can make it shine everywhere you go.
Facts. Enzo, what's your closing thoughts? And thank you for coming as always. And hopefully you stay safe in those wet streets of New Jersey, New York.
So, like I always say, it was a great episode. When it comes down to floods and everything like that, everyone just stay safe. And if you're gonna be stupid, make friends with people who have boats. They will help you out because the streets are gonna be flooded. You just hop right off your roof into the boat. There's your advice. Um, when it comes down to this whole Maxwell thing, I got a call from Charlie in the middle of the live stream. So I'm done talking about the Epstein list. It doesn't exist. It's not real. We don't know. It's made up. No, fuck that. Release the shit. Release it. Because I got a preliminary list that was supposedly leaked, right? And some names are on it. And it's kind of ironic that one of the names on there, the day after this was leaked, gets interviewed on Fox about his association with Mr. Epstein. So, a little weird. Get it out there. I want to see it. I'm agreeing with Skeptic. Whoever's involved, prosecute them. Throw them under the jail. Throw them in alligator Alcatraz. Feed them to the alligators. That's all.
Oh my God, feed them to the alligators. Well, I'm okay with that. Gray, what's your closing thoughts?
Thank you, Alma, for coming, and thank you, Patriotic Batty, for coming, especially last minute. I'm in the Tampa Bay area as well. I actually had commented on one of your posts when you was at the No Kings parade, but like Enzo said, like prepare for natural disasters. Like I'm in Florida, we do it every year. I mean, it may need to be for every state that people need to be prepared. As far as like Epstein, I would say like it's just funny to me because I feel like Trump's presidency has always been involved with conspiracy theories like that benefited him. So I think it's just ironic that now it's like a conspiracy theory that's like hurting him. Like, but I'm with everybody else. Like, we just really want to know the truth. As far as Turning Point, it was interesting to be there. I got to experience some things, and I wish I would have got to see you guys there. Hopefully, the next thing we can see each other. But a few people came up to me. A few people were nice. Met Myron. He was respectful. So I got some positives out of it. I got some negatives out of it, but I will say that it was better than I thought it was going to be. And like always on a new party, always vote.
Oh Lord, okay. Can you do the solo for me? I can't do it. So my closing thoughts are this. Listen, release the files. Trump, you know what you ran on. You said you were going to release the files. So do what you said. Promises made, promises need to be delivered. And also, I'm not confused on where I'm going to go politically because I stand on what I've always said. Jesus is the truth and the light. I set my eyes on the Lord Jesus Christ, and that's where I'm at. So I really don't care what man or what anyone does. I know that the truth will set us free and the truth will come out because it always does. And like we always say on the New Party, always vote. God bless. Everyone have
Oh, why do you